Nigel, just on your options this weekend, please. Dan Batty, has he trained this week?
He has. He's trained really well. He had a practice game on Tuesday. He came through that fine. So we're in good spirits. The players have trained well, and we've got a large group to select from. Marcus Henriksen is suspended, as we all know. Angus MacDonald is a long-term absentee, so he's not available for the rest of this season. But everybody else, John Terrell, James Weir had a game for the under-23s down at Charlton, so that's pleasing. Andre Mazuch joined in the training game that we had on Tuesday. So you can turn around and say that all the players on the training ground, we've just got we've got a good selection of players to go for the weekend.
Is Dan Batty ready to start after playing on Tuesday?
He's done. Listen, I think everybody knows how highly I rate him. It's been a shame he's been out injured, but he's had a good week's training. I say he came through that practice game good. So for me, I'm really pleased that he's in the equation.
What would he give you should he return?
What he's given us all season. A great range of passing, a great enthusiasm to run round, and a real talented football player who's come, who's with us.
It's not always easy when a young lad, he was part of the furniture for the first sort of 3 or 4 months of the season, and then he's had to bide his time, hasn't he, and watch a lot from the stands. It can't have been easy for him.
Well, he's been injured, so it's when we talk about his form, the way he's been playing really good. Kevin Stewart wasn't involved. Obviously we're trying to help Kevin keep improving, and Kev got his opportunity, and Kevin's taken it. So Kevin stayed in the team on merit, and unfortunately Bats has then got injured. So Bats has had to go through this, the last six weeks or so, and nursing an injury and get through all of that. But as I said, I'm really pleased. He's played a practice game that we had on Tuesday, and his enthusiasm is so infectious, which is great, and his range of passing, where he can ping it all around the pitch, is brilliant. So as I say, a real talented player with a great attitude.
Jordy Device missed a couple of illness. He's fine, is he?
Jordy played in the practice game that we had as well, so it's good.
Okay. Jared Bowen had some good news this week in the team of the season for the Championship. How big an achievement is that? Delighted
for him, because obviously the Championship is a tough division. There's some talented football players, and you can see that the team that has been selected by the team that has been selected have got talented football players in there, and for Jared to be selected in there just underlines how well he has been doing this season, and other managers have taken note of him.
It underlines how he's perceived by others as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's a threat. Yeah, he's a massive threat. He's hard working. We want that culture at the football club. He works hard, he creates goals, he scores goals. He's allowed to make mistakes, just keep reacting in a positive manner to get on with things. As I said, for me, he's backed up the good work he did last season with the good work he's done again this season. And I'm sure if he just keeps on track with that, he's got a real bright future in the game.
As a young Englishman who has scored the goals he has, how difficult will it be to keep hold of him this summer, do you think?
I think every football club, when you've got a talented football player, they will be courted by teams that may be higher up. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. From a business point of view, he's under contract, so obviously the club will, like with any football club and any player, if they're under contract, then they've got to do the business accordingly. But Jared's a Hull City player, and he's got a big game lined up at the weekend, and all our energies have to be on that game.
2 weeks since the QPR game, you were quite you were annoyed and angry after that game. How have you digested it since?
Not very well, I'll be honest with you. It was a very frustrating game not to get the 3 points in, but because we haven't had the game, as you rightly say, there was a 10-day period there where we can reflect on the good work that's gone on this season, where we are in the division. So I've utilised the time to go and do that, and again refocus all the energies. So again today, bright, breezy, looking forward to our next game and the run of games that we've got before the end of the season, and we're still chasing down that playoff position.
This 2-week gap, has it been used productively from your point of view?
Well, as I said, I've reflected on what we've done this season. Obviously trying to put in place everything right for pre-season next, for when that comes back, recruitment processes, so all the things that go with that. But we're here now on Thursday, and all my mindset and energy and focus is making sure we had a real good training session again this morning, is getting ready for Saturday's game against Ipswich.
What will you ask of your players in these last 8 games?
Give everything you've got. That's what we've got to do. We had a conversation with the players this morning. Andy Crosby has to throw a question at the players. And again, how many have played in the Premier League? It's the best place to be. So we still have an opportunity. Don't believe that you haven't, because we have. Yes, we are points off, but there is a chance, and we've got to keep driving on everything we do. So that has been the focus. Avoid any negativity, be as positive as we can, and we've got to go out there. We know we've got to go and win the game, so we're going to go out there. I've just highlighted we've got a good squad of players that are focused, determined, and knowing that we've got to go there and get 3 points.
Do you think it will be a challenge to motivate them, because the buzz was around the club around January, February, perhaps isn't the same anymore? Do you think it will be a challenge to motivate your players in the last 8 games?
Well, I'm certainly motivated, because I want to be in the Premier League, and I want to be in the Premier League with Hull City. And from my point of view, listen, we were bottom of the league in October, doom and gloom everywhere. We were tipped before the season started that we were going to get relegated. Well, that hasn't happened. We remain positive. We remain focused on everything we go and do in our preparation. We've had an opportunity to reflect on the season over the last week with the international break, and all our energies are back on what we were doing, and I certainly want to drive everybody on. The players are well aware of that. We have an opportunity, and I'm not prepared to let people just take the foot off the gas and not try and seize that opportunity. So our preparation, our organisation, going out to do the game, and at the end of the day, the players, when they cross that white line, they've got to go and give everything. We still have an opportunity. The players need to understand that. I still believe there's an opportunity, and we've got to keep driving that down as long as possible.